And so we are back into the kitchen. So we already know step number 1 was resistance training. Step number 2, what you can do in the kitchen to make you better in the bedroom. And this is for ladies and for the gentlemen. My absolute fave is Ashwagandha. It is an herbal supplement. I do take 2,100 milligrams. There's a link below with black pepper extract. It's been used for 3,000 years. I've studied it extensively and it appears to be very, very safe. Some people recommend cycling on it for a month, off it for a month. It lowers your cortisol. It is kind of an anti-anxiety medication. I'm a little revved up around lunchtime. It's a little stressful job as a full-time teacher, so that helps me at lunch. But if you're a really chill person, you're probably going to want to take that in the evening, but it boosts that testosterone by bringing down that cortisol. Alrighty, number 3, click on the link for the green Mediterranean diet. So eating a good diet, and I'm going to show you an example. So I'm eating tonight for dinner of lean protein, broccoli. I'm doing a good, healthy diet. Is going to be super, super important with no sugar, no processed food, no gluten, no grains. It's going to boost your testosterone and burn that belly fat. So that's going to be really, really important to boost your testosterone by eating a good, clean diet. Step number 4, you definitely want to avoid conventional dairy, which I pretty much on my green Mediterranean diet don't do a whole bunch of dairy, and conventional meat, which means non-organic. And the reason being is that I think we kind of see this, that it's full of so many antibiotics and hormones. We see that with little girls going through puberty so early. That has a lot of estrogen in our food supply. So just eat organic. You definitely want to just get some organic eggs in your diet every day, preferably 2, because cholesterol binds to testosterone. And if you don't have enough cholesterol, if you're on a statin and your cholesterol is like 90, that's way too low, and you're not going to be able to produce the testosterone that you need. So definitely avoiding too much dairy and avoiding meat that's not organic or grass-fed. Alrighty, so step number 5. We were wondering, why have sperm counts so drastically gone down over the last 20 years? There's anywhere between a percentage of 25 to 50 percentile, whichever one you want to believe, but there is definitely a huge documented decline in the sperm rate, and we're going to blame plastics. So hello, environmentalists. Ban plastics. We don't need plastics. Even if they say BPA free, they're typically not. So as much as possible, if you want to boost your testosterone and feel like a man or a woman again, just avoid plastics. Do not drink water out of a plastic milk jug like I see people doing at the gym. Use glass. This is glass in a rubber guy to kind of protect it. Metal is fine, but I only use plastic water bottles when I freeze them and use them as kind of like ice cubes in my cooler. So just avoid plastics. Also avoid soy. No soy milk, no soy substitutes. Do not use soy protein powder. So that was step number 5. Step number 6. So our environment is contaminated with estrogen-like substances in our water supply. Since the majority of females in pretty much any country are on birth control pills, their hormones when they pee do get in the water supply. So we are just bombarded by a lot of estrogen. We just see that with young girls going through puberty, men developing breasts. I mean, we see it. It's well documented. Even animals are becoming feminized. And there's nothing wrong about being a girl. I'm a tomboy through and through, but I can be as girly girl as I love to be. Love being both. But we can eat certain vegetables, and you should be eating these every day. Favorite vegetables that we want to do are mushrooms and broccoli. Now, if you love Brussels sprouts, if you love cauliflower, kale, spinach, any cruciferous vegetable will do, but you definitely want to get your mushrooms. The higher in the mushroom, like, oh my gosh, truffles are the most amazing, but of course they're insanely expensive. But the more expensive the mushroom, generally the better, but just make sure You're eating mushrooms every day. I know people drink mushroom coffee. You can do mushroom capsules. I know there's promising research that really helps with breast cancer too, because breast and colon cancer are estrogen related. So when you have too much estrogen, those cancer cells are going to grow. So if you have been diagnosed with colon or breast cancer, you definitely want to get your estrogen levels down low. Eat mushrooms every day and eat broccoli or any other cruciferous vegetable every day. Number 7, well, this has been going on for like thousands of years, which that's a favorite type of thing to boost your testosterone. So ginger's always been an aphrodisiac, and people have been using it for thousands of years. They can't be wrong. No, they're not wrong. But anyhow, just take a ginger supplement however you want to do your ginger. Fresh ginger, you can actually on Amazon, actually this ginger juice lasts a long time. You can do smoothies. You can pour this into your smoothies, ginger juice. I love ginger turmeric tea. That's the way I get my ginger. And then you can just take ginger in capsule form. But ginger increases testosterone. It's actually medically, scientifically proven, and people have been doing it for thousands of years. And not just that, it also reduces your incidence of type 2 diabetes, burns belly fat, and reduces heart disease. So you can't go wrong with ginger. Okay, our last and final step, and we might almost say the most important step, save the best for the last. Alrighty, sleep. And we're gonna also put with sleep is reducing our cortisol levels. So cortisol will actually decrease your testosterone. So cortisol is the bad guy in this whole equation, and that's stress. And that's also social media. So I think these two, that's why I kind of put them together, go hand in hand, is you need a good sleep routine, is you need to be relaxing at night, avoiding social media, avoiding comparing yourself. You know what? You may have toxic relationships, which I've just recently done. You may have toxic relationships that you need to set better boundaries. You may need to get a different job. You may need to downsize your house. I notice people my age is they're trying to maintain these humongous homes with ginormous yards, and it's really stressful when things keep going wrong. So we want to reduce the stress and increase that quality of sleep. And I'll be having upcoming videos how to do both. Well, I hope, friends, that you have taken all of this advice and you are going to boost your testosterone. I know personally, I literally feel like a new person. I mean, I don't feel 56. I feel like 26. It is like that movie where, you're swimming around and there's some sort of magical thing in the pool. I can't even remember the name of the movie. And you touch it and you feel like young again. I hope I don't start acting crazy. I do act a little crazy. It's Nashville, where it's okay to be crazy. But anyhow, friends, please hit subscribe. Do these 8 steps and you are going to feel like a young pup again. But before you do that, please watch my next video on intermittent fasting, because that's going to release that human growth hormone that is so essential for the aging process. So watch that video next.